Have you ever felt maybe lost in the midst of a whole bunch of tech-savvy people, whether it's in your school, your business, the industry that you're in? Have you ever wondered if maybe you were being passed by and you might never be able to actually catch up and understand what is a tweet and what's a hashtag and what's a Facebook this and that and the other? Well, it's clear, whatever your thoughts have been, that technology is becoming a part of almost every area of our lives. So tonight, when I was asked to speak, or I volunteered to speak, I decided, hey, I've had a recent experience helping somebody else to get on top of a piece of technology that's very useful. And so I'm just going to talk about a few tips on how we can leverage technology to help us. Because from an economic standpoint, when we become more efficient, we use our time more productively, more wisely, in the long run, not only us and our personal economies, but our community and our nation benefits as well. So, to start with, I wanted to talk a little bit about this thing that we have in our pockets, most of us. This here is many things. It does happen to have a phone communication app on it, but there is far more computing power in this thing than they took to get to the moon. So what I wanted to point out as a useful way to leverage the technology is note-taking. Now, I'm somebody who's classically trained in scribbling notes on anything and everything resembling paper and then losing the note in my lack of organizational process. So something I've been employing recently is Google has a fabulously easy to use suite of software. So if you use Google Docs, and it should work on Mac or on Apple or Android, you can very quickly, easily open up the app, begin a new document. It's very similar to a Word document. And with these tools, you can actually speak to it, and it'll write the text in there for you. You'll probably need a few corrections, thanks to our wonderful autocorrect. But the reason that is a simple way to leverage technology is that rather than handwriting a note once, hopefully keeping track of it, then transferring it to whatever medium you eventually intend to, you can simply modify the document whenever you need to make changes or add to it. If you need to take anything away from it, you can also copy and paste into any format that you're needing. If you have a report in some other program that you're building, if you need to do a Facebook post, if you're looking to create content for a speech. In fact, that's something I've started. I created a file because one of Google's apps is Google Drive, so they store all my stuff on the web. And I've found it really useful because I can take notes with my phone maybe while I'm on the road, then I get home and maybe my phone's sitting on the counter, but I got my tablet with me because I'm doing whatever. And I have a thought, oh, I need to add this to that list, or I've got a great idea for this speech. I can pull up the same app and it's all tied to the same account. So it's been really useful that way for me, especially as I'm growing my business and making more sales, and it streamlines the process for me quite a bit. In fact, today I was working on some scripting that I was doing, and I thought, oh shoot, I don't have my device. And then I realized I have my phone, and it really helped me to do that. So that's one example, real simple. Most of us have the smartphone, and if you have further questions on anything that I talk about tonight, feel free to ask me or find some other young person who is tech savvy, at least in the use of technology. Another tool, and this is one that I shared with Marjorie this week, is video conferencing. Now, I'm way more involved with sales these days than I used to be, and there's a lot of driving around, a lot of meeting people face-to-face, product presentations, and video conferencing is such a great way to maybe not replace every face-to-face meeting, but it is a way to get that FaceTime with somebody and even be able to share visuals with them. And there are a lot of products out there that'll do this. Skype is one of them. FaceTime, I'm not sure that might be the Google version. There are many video conferencing apps out there. The one that I found this week that just floored me was Zoom.us. And if you are taking notes, that you might want to write that down, because I had a gentleman that I was meeting with. He sent me a link to this. I clicked on it. It asked permission to download onto my computer. I clicked OK, and it was on. Then it ran me through a very short, very simple technology testing process, made sure my speakers and my microphone were all working, the camera was working, and we had this fantastic meeting where I could see him, he could see me. But additionally, down at the bottom there are buttons where you can share your desktop. And I actually myself had been wondering about this. If I've got a website that I want to show somebody, or if I have a presentation or a slideshow done up that I would like to be able to share, how am I going to do that? I mean, sure, I knew some of the other video conferencing products where I could actually see them face to face, but to be able to present something was, especially this easily, was pretty exciting. The sign-up process, I highly recommend the product for another reason. It's very simple to sign up. You simply go to their website, zoom.us, you input your email address, and they'll send you a verification link. Once you click on that link, all they want is your name and a password for your account. It's that simple. Then you email your link to whoever you want to connect with, and you're on your way. Very fabulous tool as I go through the sales process and I have customers in Bellingham, customers in Marysville. It saves me some drive time, especially on intermediate steps where I just need to be able to present something very quickly and get some approval. So hopefully, whether you're in business or you have something that you want to do with your organization, maybe these 2 tips will help you in some way, shape, or fashion. But thank you for your time, and I hope you got some benefit. Yeah.